about the little things. Points in the paint and transition baskets, which should be in the favor of Arizona.
McConnell to Pitts. There's Stanley Johnson, the freshman, with Hollis Jefferson, and Brandon Ashley is back in the game, playing with 2 fouls for Arizona.
And Kev, you talked about the rebounding earlier when there was a +5 advantage for Wisconsin. Arizona now has closed the gap. Much more assertive going to the glass.
Ashley felt the defense well, spun.
With the slow start for Arizona and the poor shooting, only 31%, they have an opportunity to tie it, and with a 3, take the lead here.
They've never led. They're trailed by as many as 8. Ashley with Kaminsky defending. There it is, a tie.
At possessing the ball. Only 7 turnovers a game, 6 here versus Arizona.
Ashley with the defense by Kaminsky.
This is the...
Wisconsin is on top, 81-73. Here comes Pitts, a minute to play in the Elite 8. The first piece of the puzzle of the Final Four.
Now
Wisconsin
is switching everything.
Ashley from McConnell, and that's 2 and a dagger. 27 for Decker.
And the way he shot it and walked away.
Brandon Ashley inside. 10
shoot over either shoulder. He has good footwork. And let's talk about passing. He's second on this team in assists. At almost 3 a game.
He leads him in scoring. He'll defend Torzewski at the other end. Far now is watching Ashley. Quick time!
He wants to set the rest of his teammates up, but if McConnell's going to continue to overplay and pressure him, that's the best way to relieve that pressure, is take the ball to the hole.
3 minutes gone in the second half. It's Brandon Ashley inside, and he was met by the defensive.
And it looks like Sean Miller has found a way to attack this baseline in the short corners with Stanley Johnson and Ashley down low.
McConnell, Ashley, Hollis Jefferson, Stanley Johnson, Torzewski, the Wildcat 5.
Now Ashley's doing a great job sitting down in the middle of that zone.
McConnell, Ashley from 15.
Well, that's all because of
5% three-point shooter. Senior Johnson from Chicago for Ohio State. Johnson currently with the miss. Russell volleyballs it up and may have knocked it in against the... Gabe York back in. Russell with the twister. Torzewski with the rebound.
Russell 2 of 8. 5 points. Taking 2 of 9.
Taking some tough shots, Henry Edge. York, Ashley quickly double. McConnell's on top. 4.5 to go in the half. It's into Ashley with another assist from Hollis Jefferson of Arizona. Russell the fake. Out to Scott, launching the 3.
See, it's those kind of threes. If you want to upset this number 2 team, you got to be able to make.
McConnell, little Euro step. With the crossover. Hollis Jefferson tries to lasso it. He does. Behind the back to Ashley. What a pass. Run day.
And sets the screen.
No communication there by Texas Southern.
With the miss outside, Malcolm Riley is Torzewski moments ago picked up his first personal foul. Here comes McConnell. The defense by Gibbs on Stanley Johnson.
And he's given up about 5 inches against Stanley Johnson in about 50 pounds.
And here's Brandon Ashley. He takes it inside with the knees again.
And it's those chip shots that, if you're Texas Southern, obviously the 15th seed, you got to be able to convert those.
Ashley again, right inside. He is carving up space. Find a hole for any team, Texas Southern in particular, to dig themselves out of.
Yeah, but look at the teams that are playing.
Right, I know. They're
playing them all on the road.
We just highlighted that, Kev. Come on now. That's the reason why they got off to such a slow start. All preparing them for the swap.
Ashley with a good twirl inside. Brandon Ashley. Here he is playing well.
It's the tournament. You know, this is a rare opportunity, especially players at these low mid-majors, to get an opportunity to go against the big boys. So, Brandon, he passed all those concussion protocols, and he's on the floor here.
Brandon Ashley with an...
Been on fire here, entertaining everyone here in Portland.
Well, it tells you the focus for Chris Thomas there. He's falling in among the cheerleaders and he's yelling at the referee.
He's focused, Dan.
Yeah, as I just said.
What a thrill, though, for these kids.
What, to fall into cheerleaders?
Well, that too, yeah. It's pretty good. But to get to travel cross country like this, see a part of the world, here's Ashley. We know that being in the Pac-12, Jay McConnell.
We mentioned they got blown out twice by Arizona as Ashley misses another offensive rebound, and that was one of the issues in those two games. Rebounding as Ashley scores.
Can beat anybody, but that guy, he is such a key component for this Wildcat squad. He guards anybody. He makes huge offensive plays. He's only concerned about winning, and here's the Cats again, pounding it inside.
His first basket, 5-point lead for Arizona.
Oregon has to get this game going up and down. They're not going to win a half-court slugfest with the Wildcats. Wildcats just seemingly resting in the shade of the Palo Verde tree.
Ashley with the jumper.
His physique, his running ability, the lightness of foot. He's not too heavy. He's not just a big, bulking leaner and pusher and shover. The guy's got skill and talent. But like Brandon Ashley, it's a mental game. Beautiful pass.
Ashley finishes off glass. Thanks for buying dinner every night, too.
It's Dave,
a lot
right?
of money this year.
It's Dave, right?
Somebody just said bingo. I think somebody won in the truck. And when you win in Bill Walton bingo, we know that you really lose. Hollis Jefferson tried to go for the slam, but Brandon to break Reggie's record. I think he's worried more about the fact his team needs 13 to tie Arizona. You're always talking about team.
I understand that. Joe has no idea what he's getting himself into here. Beautiful pass, T.J. McConnell. Throw it down.
So now, late clock.
Great
immediate double on Parker.
Great double team by Brandon Ashley. As good a player as Tony Parker is, he has never, in now his 3 years at UCLA, never incorporated the turn and face aspect of offensive basketball in the paint.
Oh, look at that. Soft.
The second tenet of leadership is defining the terms of the conflict.
How about that? Goleman. Nice good move, just didn't get it home.
Hollis Jefferson, the defensive force again. Goleman has to be willing to absorb the contact.
And Ashley in there took the little handoff from
And they looked at the start of the game that they might not even score a single point.
How about Tony Parker, a 54% foul shooter, and he's made 4 in a row.
Tony is one of the most mercurial players I've ever seen or known.
Ashley and one. Looney going on Ashley.
Bruins a lot of dribbling on the perimeter. Best teams in the land, they pass the ball around the perimeter. Tarzewski's got it wide open over the top. It's right there. If T.J. McConnell will let it go.
Ashley lets it go.
So the big guy, but he has to get the ball. And there's never been a good big man without a coach who insists that that big man gets the ball.
All right, so Arizona has shot 10 threes already tonight. The most threes they tried in any game this year is 20.
They're the least three-point shooting team in the entire Conference of Champions here. Great defense.
Right in there in the zone.
We're the guys who can slow down Norman Powell. We have to be individually tough, rugged, and committed.
Well, that's fitting.
Stanley Johnson just too tough.
And Hollis Jefferson made that play, and Arizona crashes with Ashley.
About clear the floor, but Stanley Johnson is locked in on Norman Powell here.
And how about this decision by Sean Miller that it's Stanley Johnson that's getting the call on Powell?
Well, Stanley and Hollis Jefferson are interchangeable. And Stanley's just getting going here in his career. So, he can learn. The back cut is wide open for Arizona literally anytime they want it. This is a tough matchup for Norman Powell.
Ashley. And that's a new
shooting team either.
And you need a few balls to go your way. That time that rolled off of Tarwater, and then on the inbounds, Ashley Reed.
Player on the other team, and then you sprinkle in the athletic plays in transition, and you got a big-time player.
Next level hops.
Oh, yeah.
Arizona by 1. Hollis Jefferson cut off by Kravish. Kravish playing with no fouls at 6:40 here in the first half. Big key. Backs down on Terzuski. Tried to step through. Got into the air and lost the handle.
Remember all the angles we were talking about Kravish had yesterday against Washington State? Those angles just are not there. Arizona is too big. Tarzuski doing a nice job of pushing him out, whereas Kravish was pushing defenders up the lane yesterday. Now Tarzuski's pushing Kravish up the lane.
Ashley backs down on the mismatch. He takes Singer in.
A really, really good year.
Splits a pair of free throws. Elliott Pitts now will crank it up to Gabe York. They'll dispatch it low. Ashley goes to work, backing in, laying it home.
I think the big key for Stanford may be Reed and how he plays in this game. They need their second big to play big.
McConnell, well played by Randall. Man traveled with it. Brandon Ashley on a deep 2. That's good. He'll undergo an MRI tomorrow when the team gets back to Palo Alto, and they're still holding out hope that he'll be able to play in the conference tournament later this week in Vegas. Jackson Cartwright inside. Night for TJ and the rest of the McConnell family. Hollis Jefferson, acrobatics, couldn't finish. Ashley tips it.
Move that he's made in this game, most of his stuff has come from the perimeter. So a good start for them. And Arizona did have a little trouble with this zone. Let's see if it's a little more effective in the second half.
Well, Stanford, a team that limps into Tucson today. They've dropped 6 of their last 9 in a must-win just to have a chance. Sean Miller, Mike, you watch him practice and lead his practice. One of the rare coaches that runs the scout during practice where they go over what the opposing team is going to do. So businesslike during their workout yesterday. And it is shown here today. Ashley!
The first meeting, even though Arizona won that game, Kravish was a problem defensively for Arizona.
But how cool is it for David Kravish? A senior, a big-time player. Perimeter jumper goes down for Ashley. That's spacing the
8 of his last 14 from out there.
But in the Gonzaga game, Arizona had no idea that Gonzaga had lost. They were in the air flying home from Utah. They knew that Gonzaga was in trouble, but they're in the air. They don't know what the final result is. They get to the ground, they turn on their smartphones, and they see it, and they just erupt in a absolutely critical.
Ashley with a catch in the paint. Couldn't get it the first time, but his tip is good. Ashley has 8 points. 7 minutes, and it was Sam Singer who got the jumper after 12 straight misses by Cal. Ashley with a putback. Brandon Ashley having...
You don't get that many opportunities. And Arizona is such a fantastic defensive rebounding team.
Ashley down, big net. And foul. Barons reached in as Ashley had an uncontested.
So TJ's dad, he's a coach. His name is Tim. He's a coach at Chartiers Valley High School in the Pittsburgh area where TJ played.
Ashley with a 3-point opportunity. Game high 17 points.
Here on Saturday. But what's happened is that TJ's dad was here tonight to see he'll play.
Archie Miller, who's the head coach at Dayton.
Right.
I understand he's a big fan of yours. He lets Sean know about all the crazy things you say during the telecast, and Sean goes to check his phone after the game. Ashley.
Smells great, but a few rebounds will be more important tonight.
Holly, I'm sure your report was terrific, but I couldn't hear it. It is so loud in here. This is the biggest game that has been in this building in at least 15 years.
These are 2 of the best defensive teams in the country. They almost mirror each other, Dave. They play with tough, hard-nosed passion, if you will.
Here's Brandon Ashley, and that's big. York off the screen. Can't get the 3, nice. But Ashley with a putback.
Really.
Light defending McConnell. Doing a good job on that screen. Ashley, he can make that.
That's his range, sure is.
7:06 local time.
Oh, my goodness. We got a game. It's like being on the Dead Tour. Let's play.
Here's Brandon Ashley. He's been up and down this year. Ashley in the lane. Nice move, and he's very capable. He's in.
John Miller will live with that. Tremendous recovery. It looked as if the Buffaloes had just a stampede to the feeding grounds. but they were forced to take a wild shot in transition.
Second basket for Booker, and Brandon Ashley showing his range.
We saw Gonzo at the poster scene today.
On the Muppets. Missed by Hollis Jefferson, the putback by Ashley.
And all of a sudden, Arizona, after getting off to a poor start, down 7 points, up 1. There's that cross screen.
The repost for Ashley, swatted away by Parker. McConnell now with a drive. Underneath Tarzewski. Ashley picks it up and finishes. CLA ties it at 13.
Alford was really the guy I felt that you had to worry about in this game because he's the one capable of getting 30 on it. You know, any ball screen, you got to stay with Alford. The priority is the ball. You can recover to the other players.
Ashley with a nice move.
Be critically important tonight. Don't get pushed around. Attack, hit first, get running out there. T.J. McConnell, Sean Miller, very concerned about the confidence level of Tarzewski. They need to get him going. They need to have him be hugely productive. Wonderful pass.
Boy, nice setup. That was Stanley Johnson.
Job.
No, this is his job.
This is his job?
Yes, from St. Joe's in Philadelphia. I think he worked at St. Joseph's University for a long time.
Jack Ramsey's school.
Yeah.
Great school. Phil Martelli as Ashley scores.
Brandon should just let that go.
It was a slide off the pick, and Ashley had a shot. Oh, he got a shot. He got a shot.
Would have to play fantastic.
Nice putback by Ashley.
Matt Korchak.
And a great start for Hawkinson and Washington State. They need him in his production. He draws defenders away from the basket, which creates more driving lanes for the other guards.
It's on the floor now for Arizona. Ashley. So far the first half offensively. They're coming out for career at 27. Brandon Ashley, hello.
That is the second time they've run.
He's been a huge focal point for the Cougars so far this first half.
They have. Well, they need an inside presence.
Ashley back-to-back flushes.
That could use a player like Ronda Hall.
York spots up for the 3. And when this team wins, their shooting percentage is much closer to 50%. In losses, more about 30%, 35.
Yeah, he's the leader. But, you know, what's interesting about that stat is Sean Miller and his coaching staff, as Arizona gets another easy hoop. 32, Q Johnson, he is the best one-on-one creator on the court right now for Washington State. They need him to create just like he did there.
First field goal in about 9 minutes for the Cougars, and it's countered down the stretch for them. It's a career high contact for the baseline. Ashley offensive rebound. All 3 losses by a combined 9 points. Ashley looking for Tarzewski, didn't pull the trigger though. Ashley battling down low, some hang time, and he gets
by Arizona. You got to mark the hot shooter. Forget about protecting the basket right now. The guy who's seeing nothing but the net is Curtis Drew. Get a body on him.
This is for a 3. Ashley from the elbow. Two rowers from Germany that were handpicked by Hitler, and these amateurs knocked them off.
It's one of the just fantastic stories you'll ever know. Please read The Boys in the Boat.
Brandon Ashley with a basket right out of the
holding tennis rackets to see what it was like to play against somebody so good, so dominant, and so impactful.
I remember that frame conversation because it was on the heels of your remarks saying that Michael Jordan was an average athlete, average leaping ability, as Ashley scores it to 11. Handed jam. Just to finish up on Sean Miller, if he wins tonight, it'll be his 150th win at Arizona in 6 seasons. This is his 201st game that he's coached at U of A.
Well, how close is he to Lute Olson, John Wooden, and Mike Montgomery, the top 3 winners?
Got a ways to go still.
But does any of that really mean anything if you don't have a roster? Tell me how Arizona would do if Stanley Johnson, Rondae Hollis Jefferson, Brandon Ashley all got hurt and couldn't play anymore.
Nice move by Brandon Ashley.
About 6'7", 6'8" or so, 245. So much bigger than any other 2-guard I would think of.
Yeah, it's a unique frame, that's for sure. Dish, Brandon Ashley is going to use the bank and scores. But Brandon Ashley is Arizona State 10 turnovers today. They had 22 in the loss at Arizona earlier. Here's York. Good pass to Ashley.
What a terrific pass from Gabe. Person that I talk to around the league says that Shaq is their favorite person. He's great, very personable in interviews, outgoing guy. Never guessed that he had.
Overturns if Billing comes back in. There's no time ran off the clock. Inside, Ashley puts it right up and in. So quickly, a couple of buckets down 5. McConnell, no good. Tip, no good. Ashley's going to put it up, and the foul.
Wow. Soft-spoken, but plays like a true giant, just like his Hall of Fame dad. Congratulations, Gary. You've done a marvelous job.
And count me as surprised when I heard that GP2 likes to snowboard. Would not have figured that. Don't hear that a lot on the basketball circuit.
Ashley thunders. Throw down one time, Brandon Ashley.
Oregon State getting a little offense.
By the second string of front court players here for Wayne Tinkle. Real international flavor here. Holland, Netherlands. 2 players from Senegal.
Ashley, second basket tonight.
Never want to mess around with that.
We'll get back to Ashley. Well, Arizona is not shooting its normal percentage tonight. Ashley does get the 12 days a year that doesn't have sunshine. I learned that from you the other night.
Tucson.
Ashley, great effort. Ashley, great.
Okay, so I'm not sure. Gary Payton has the 3rd highest individual point total in the history of Pac-12 basketball at 58 points in one game. I'm not sure either team is going to get to. I know Oregon State's not going to get to 58. The 2 guys ahead of Gary Payton Sr., Brandon Ashley. Steve Booker had 40. Defensively, Jordan Bell. Goodness gracious. That guy can play.
Well, he is the magnificent shot blocker, and there he flashed quickly just to intercept the pass. McConnell sets up Ashley. And Arizona quickly answers.
Is minuscule.
The Ducks score 75 a game. But tonight, then the question, can they score that many of Young is being guarded as he is right now by Hollis Jefferson?
Come on, the Ducks scored 99 in the game earlier this year and got pounded.
At Pullman. And Ashley.
Wants to get into coaching when his playing days are over, and Coach Miller said he'll have a spot on him on his staff anytime he wants.
But just think, going for 500, Steve Alford has 500, which really puts Coach K's 1,000 into remarkable perspective. But Coach Miller's dad, John, who's a legendary coach, beautiful play out, Brandon Ashley for the Oregon Ducks tonight. Happy for young Elgin.
Joseph Young played all 20 minutes of the first half of the Ducks. Only took 4 shots, 5 points.
That's the defense of Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Attack the basket.
Ashley, nice finger roll finish.
Part of the future. Oh, Hollis Jefferson just threw Elgin Cook to the ground. Beautiful.
Ashley.
Just too easy. That's picture perfect.
Contact. And he said it was a basketball move. He was starting a basketball move, starting a drive. So there is no foul.
What would happen if he did that walking down the street? He'd be in jail right now.
Yes. Ashley. Well, that's no question. In March, those last couple of big games, that's where not having Ashley.
Matchup with Wisconsin and Frank Kaminsky.
All right, so Wallace of Cal starts with McConnell.
Want to keep him out of foul trouble. Can't have him expending a ton of energy defensively.
And Ashley goes in.
Singing the anthem again tomorrow at the Warriors game?
I can only hope.
Was there just Millie vanilling it, or were you actually singing? But I was about 30 feet from you.
I was singing. That was the first time I've ever done it. I was scared to death.
Ashley in a blocking foul on Nastich. So a 3-point.
Changing up again, giving Randall tons of different looks.
Here's Randall, a long three. Can't get it to go.
Marcus Allen has been the best player in the second half of this game. But now Marcus Allen's guarding Brandon Ashley. And they're not going to go to Ashley in the post, please.
They had the switch, and he had Randall on him.
Zone defense. How many fouls on Mastic?
3. He just picked up his third, and Ashley's 3 is good. Brandon Ashley shoots it from deep.
Wildcat basketball, they stand and rise as one, saluting Matt Korchak, as I do as well. That was basketball.
So again, a smaller lineup with Ashley essentially at 5. As Ashley ends up with a loose ball. It was deflected by Stanford as Johnson.
But these hands and wrists don't work anymore.
Loveridge missing a 3. Another key. Loveridge has not played well in his 2 seasons against Arizona. Can he break that trend today?
Pirtle has made some very nice defensive rotations early on.
Muscle move in by Brandon Ashley.
In the games they lose, they get out-rebounded by 9 a game, which is a remarkable swing turn of events.
So use that track right now. Arizona's +5 in this first half.
Rebounding is a result of your defense.
And Ashley gives Arizona the
3 seconds.
Pitt's got himself. Good shake free. Bad miss. Almost a good result, but this is Arizona playing volleyball on the glass, and Ashley spikes it.
When you're Utah, they've been winning so many games on this 7-game winning streak by 30 points. Everybody has played well. When you look at this first half, who has really played well? Nobody has played excellent basketball for the Utes, and that's not a good sign. The best players have been McConnell and Hollis Jefferson.
Boy, just McConnell right now, you talk about rising to the...
McConnell Chapman just trying to take a foul to stop the fast break. The referee said, come on, let's go. You know, the crowd here, this reminds me of that football game that they had this past week in Dallas. I was there for the championship game. Oregon's Pac-12 representative against Ohio State. That crowd that night in the Jerry Dome, oh my gosh.
Ashley inside. Continues even the near rebound of the missed foul shot a second ago.
What is the rebound difference right now?
It is 39 to 15.
15 rebounds in a game?
And so I would look at that.
Utah?
So, Bill, I'm surprised the score is as close as it is.
And it's not close at all. I mean, my computer, like mine, tells me that's a 19-point lead. And Utah with 47 points, you're not going to win when you score 47 points.
Well, this long rebound to McConnell is a very good rebounding guard. Jackson Cartwright gives it up. Ashley missed once, but not twice, and Arizona
The line more than Stanley Johnson does.
McConnell missing the 3, and now Colorado can take the lead. The Booker lost it.
Parker Jackson Cartwright is really playing well.
Ashley able to block down at 2. McConnell spinning. And can't get the bounce. Ashley there. Puts it in. And the foul.
There was a lot of Gary Payton Sr. in that one. Let me tell you, Gary Payton Sr., he was a master at playing with his back to the basket. That's why he was a matchup headache for so many guards out there. He could play with his back to the basket. Nice turnaround jumper by Gary Payton II.
Hollis Jefferson rarely takes a 3. Head fake. Brandon Ashley, deep 2 from the corner.
Good setup there. Just read, it's pretty much all those guys. That's what the coaching staff told me earlier before the game. You know, when you're picked to win 5 or 6 games the entire year and you're going to be the bottom of the Pac-12, sometimes it's going to bring out the best in guys. Some teams are going to fold, and they're going to meet those expectations. Other teams.
And Arizona is going to get a second possession.
Gotten away from that in recent years, just straight isolations. But I think in the college game, where defenses aren't as sophisticated, you could do it more straight isolation.
Late clock, so Ashley has to shoot it. I think that's
play. It's almost necessary if you're going to contend for this conference, and I'm sure it's across the board with all conferences, but you have to have a guy that can manage the game, get you into offense, make good decisions. Connell's proven he can do that.
And then the team that'll be here Saturday, Arizona State, is living the other extreme after having no question having a brilliant point guard for a couple of seasons. Now Hertz Index trying to find a guy.
Jerry Blake's the last couple has been playing the point guard, but that's not his natural position.
The rebound, it's clear. Outlet to McConnell.
They're dangerous in the early here with the good-looking three. He had it too. I thought he might take it. Been shooting it great lately.
Jarzewski, as they swing it to McConnell. They find a crease on the hop. Rise and fire, Ashley.
How about that?
Jefferson, he'll push it into the front court.
Well, that's what the bigs can do. Bring it down, lead a fast break, and kick it back.
Ashley again. Step back, jump shot. That's short for Parker Jackson. Current right inside. Brandon Ashley, though, gets the offense.
Nobody helping.
Lakes, junior from Los Angeles. Baseline, Ashley. Got it. Wow, this is like
not the dominant rebounding team.
No shot blocker in there. McCaw goes right to the rim, but it spins out. So McConnell and the Cats run down to Ashley, the smaller Arizona lineup without Tarzewski. Ashley fighting through it off the glass.
Ashley and Caleb Tarzewski, who came to Tucson. He left after his freshman year, and he's in the D-League with Tulsa. Brandon Ashley gets the N1.
And
a win. He said they need to contest all of Gabe York's shots and, of course, better decision-making.
Yeah, there were strong comments there from Sean Miller. We stink. Worst 20 minutes we played. If we play like that in the second half, we will lose. What did you think of Sean's comments to Jamie?
I think he holds his team in high regards. He has great expectations for him. And I think that's the way he coaches. He wants the toughest, most competitively active battle because he's not worried about his own man. Tarzewski does a little bit of everything defensively.
Sean Miller says Tarzewski's like an offensive lineman. There's no stats. He just does his job to help us win. And there's a lob to the rim. Out of
Under 10 on the shot clock. Back to Vince Hunter. And banged around on the miss. And here is York and Arizona's first offensive chance. The Wildcats arrived. They dismissed Oakland 101-64 on Tuesday night. Shot 55% in their last 5 games on average from the floor. And Ashley makes it 2-0.
And he's now made 7 shooters from out there, but he's only about a 33% shooter, and that may have been a little long.
McConnell.
Nice pass.
Ashley a 3. Brandon Ashley has got 5. Right there. And here is Hunter. Lost it on the way up. And McConnell saved it.
Well, that's a tough break for Hunter. That ball just squirted out of his hands. It looked like he was trying to make another one of those moves. And since he fell down, his man, Ashley, goes up and scores.
First basket for the Canadian sophomore. Ashley, a pretty move with the right hand.
Years as the head coach at Oakland.
Longevity, durability, creativity, a lifer in basketball. We got a lot of stories about Greg camping tonight. This is truly a wonderful deal going. Beautiful over-the-top pass.
Inside, Ashley fouled and one. Scores and sits everybody down here at McCann.
One of the 3 left-handers on the Grizzlies here. See the bear, be the bear.
Ashley from the corner, a 3. Ashley to follow on the miss.
Energies that they have here that Greg Byrne has provided.
Elliott Pitts missing, but Brandon Ashley to follow. 11.
We're here last Tuesday for Utah Valley. They shot 60%. And then against Michigan on Saturday, they shot 58%.
Second 3 for Brandon Ashley.
That on the season, as a group, they're shooting 40% from three-point range.
Well, this is what they do. They knock down threes. If they make 10 or 11, they can win in here. If they make much less than that, it's much more difficult.
Brandon Ashley transition basket from the Wolverines. They've had much better success in transition than they've had 5-on-5.
And I think Michigan's got to keep doing that. You know, Ricky Doyle's going to be a really good player. And he's just a freshman, got a big body, and he really plays hard. He's physical and he's active, but he just hasn't learned how to play John Beilein's way yet. And he will. When he does, he's going to be really good.
A tough shot over a
offensive rebound opportunity. He's just been dominating inside with the position that he's getting.
The lob off the inbounds. York. Ashley with a great rebound and finish.
Dylan story.
Yes.
One of the songs reportedly on this new album, Shadows of the Night, Stay With Me. Bob brought out, oh, beautiful stroke.
Brandon Ashley. A three for Ashley. He had.
Refer to you. You can say it's a great win. When you're ranked higher and you barely escape with your life against a team that shouldn't be able to play with you on your home court, I'm not calling that a great victory.
I am, because that's an outstanding basketball team they beat.
Okay. Ranked 6 spots lower.
Ashley to the basket and one. The block called on Boston Goose in Arizona.
Did you see how Karnowski was able to shoot the ball without Tarczewski jumping? He couldn't even get a hand up because Karnowski shoots so quickly. It's a good place to go if you're Gonzaga.
Brandon Ashley nails his first three-pointer of the season.
Well, hey, Ashley's worked like crazy to get the position reward and make a good pass.
Ashley off the inbound in the first 7 games of the season. Brandon Ashley
just went opposite the screen, blasted past the defender, found the next.
4 assists for Pangos. Wesley leads all scorers with 10.
Look what the offense is right now for Arizona.
Push way out.
Yeah, there's just nothing there. Now you got to start drives way out.
And Brandon Ashley's fired up. Sabonis attacks Ashley. Wesley from the weak side has it blocked by Ashley. Here come the Wildcats. Ashley moves in. Spins in for Brandon Ashley. First points of the
what he's doing, but man, Wiltshire not in this game is a bit confusing in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Ashley the deep 2. 2-point game. Away, and of course had the tough, heartbreaking loss in overtime to Wisconsin in the Elite Eight. 6-2 run for the Cats. Ashley. We're tied.
There, McConnell always seems to be on time.
5 assists now for McConnell. Ashley. Backing in Jerome Hill. And he got it up.
He was way up there.
A steal. Parker Jackson Cartwright. Ashley moves in. Down the lane.
This Arizona team in practice. A great example for Parker Jackson Cartwright to follow once McConnell leaves after this year.
Finds Ashley. And he sticks the foul.
Transferred from St. John's. He was the 6th man of the year in the Mountain West Conference last year. And is now a starter. Both these teams prohibitive favorites in the preseason conference polls to win their league. Arizona in the Pac-12. And in Mountain West, San Diego State on all but one first place vote out of 36. Boise State got the other. Corner jumper from Brandon. Wristed. Blocked by Toll, who races to save it. Ashley steps into a long 2 from the top. Jefferson. Good start for the Aztecs right out of the gate. Second half, J.J. O'Brien the bucket.
That's a favorite play of theirs. Out of a timeout, isolate O'Brien.
O'Brien did not attempt a shot from the floor in the first half. We saw that last night. He didn't score in the first half last night. Then had a spurt where he scored 8 straight points for San Diego State in the second half. T.J. McConnell Playing with the 3 fouls. Ashley swooped to the goal and Ashley, he's struggling to find the mark here in the early going. Johnson, short with a 3. Ashley, the offensive rebound.
Coach Lou Wilson. One heavily recruited, Sean. A lot of these guys at Kansas State flew under the radar.
Ashley. Corner 2 for Brandon Ashley.
Well, he's mixing it up now with Ashley. He's got to be careful.
Connell with Thomas right on his hip. Connell on the watch list for the Cousy Award is the best point guard in the country, one of 36 players on that list. Ashley from just inside the arc. And a timeout call.
Lights on it. Tarzuski, usually a very solid defender, gives up the layup.
Johnson with a 3. Tarzuski the board. McConnell inside, and Ashley with the left hand puts it home.
Good job. Contested looks by the Wildcats, and you have a 3-point lead.
There's a turnover. Here's McConnell the other way. Ashley collects and 1. Explosive to the hoop, Brandon Ashley.
Defender, a screener, a rebounder, a big body to bang around on the inside. And here we see the first possession of zone by the Missouri Tigers. Arizona's faced a lot of zone in their first couple matchups. Mount St. Mary's, University of California, Irvine. Perimeter shooting, a weakness of this Arizona team.
Ashley down baseline. Ashley from the elbow. Got it.
Nice curl action by Steve. He rarely locks in his follow-through and completes his shot. He kind of puts the arm up and then snatches it back.
Isabel handed out. If Gil Caesar is their best shooter, it's probably Isabel. Ashley with another bucket. And it doesn't.
Emphasizing that, the presence of him to his team and not letting him go off and score 28. Make himself a name. Nice tip.
Who was that? Hollis Jeffers? You know what, though? Stanley Johnson ran him off the three-point line at this point in the environment they're in. Long twos aren't the best, but you'll take them at this point in the game.
That is the... And there's Luke Nelson in. And so this will end up being, on the score sheet, a pretty decisive win for the Wildcats. But, boy, they had to play 9 minutes here of terrific ball to get to this point. Ashley ends up getting a flush.
Power on his dunks, and when you see Rondé, he's not just laying them over the rim. He wants to crush the rim.
The human highlight film.
That's right.
Backdoor lob for Ashley. Gathers and scores. With 9.
They called that play like the minute they got into halftime. They said, this is where we're going. We're going right at Tarzuski with Maxwell, that left-hander. Unorthodox, but effective in the lane.
Same 5 that started for the Wildcats. T.J. McConnell, Gabe York, Stanley Johnson, Brandon Ashley, Caleb Tarzuski. Johnson spinning. Good ball movement from the corner. The 2 from Ashley. Cal State Northridge last year, they led the NCAA in free throw percentage. They shot it better than 79% from the line last year. They made the second most free throws in college basketball, only behind Kentucky. Ashley in 1.
Like this CSUN team, and you've seen a lot of help on dribble penetration. Arizona doing a good job defensively.
25-point lead as Hicks hits both free throws. Starting 5. Deshaun Miller out there on the floor is Brandon.
DJ always wanting to get on the floor, so he's looking for every opportunity.
McConnell a year ago, sure-handed. And the best assist to turnover ratio in the conference. And some stability. Second-year starter. Ashley into the lane. Double clutches. Kevin O'Neal. Great to have Lamar and KO in the studio with Mike Yam. Excellent pass. McConnell looking and push down the floor into the lane of the glass. Flipped it up. Followed by Ashley. The second hop. He grabbed it. Elliott Pitts. Good combo guard down low. Rondé Hollis Jefferson who stepped through. Tapped up. There's Ashley again at the rim. Square things away as the Mountaineers have pulled it within 3 with 3:12 left in the first half. York enters inside. There's Ashley again on that
8. You know, pretty easy. He's very under control with that size.
Ashley steps into an exchange the other way for a two-hand for the Mountaineers, who now pressure full court. And as you mentioned in the first half, they'll have more of these sets in conference, but here against Arizona, it's the first time we've seen full court pressure.
Yeah, man, I'm interested to see Parker Jackson Cartwright handle it. Nice job there on his first attempt.
York enters to Ashley, one dribble and up.
Cut. There we go.
Overplay by Ashley for an explosion. You got it. Trapped on the end line. Nice step through under duress to lay it in.
And he's working. I mean, he is going against Ashley Tarczewski. Give him a lot of credit.
And then he's got to try to uproot Tarczewski on the post, who's really working hard off the ball. Ashley one-on-one on Danaher from the elbow. Oh, boy, if he can hit that.